Matteo Bellandi slammed his tattooed hand onto the banquet table, and every conversation in the Astoria dining room died at once. Nobody leaves until I know who used my family code. His voice was low, almost calm, which made it worse. Across from him, Carlo De Luca stopped cutting into his steak. Vittoria lifted one perfect eyebrow. Rocco Bellandi leaned back in his chair as if the whole thing bored him. Matteo's phone was still pressed to his ear. On the other end, Evelyn Hart was breathing quietly. He knew her silences. He knew the clipped, patient tone she used with drunk guests, stubborn vendors, and armed men who tracked mud across his mother's marble floor. "This was different, Evelyn," he said. "Talk to me." For 3 seconds, there was nothing but a faint scrape, then the sound of glass breaking somewhere behind her. "Come home now," she whispered. Matteo stood. His black shirt was open at the collar, exposing the charcoal tattoo that climbed the left side of his neck. Dark ink ran beneath his cuffs and over the backs of his hands. But nobody at that table was looking at the tattoos. They were looking at his face. "Is the house secure?" he asked. "No." Rocco gave a quiet laugh. "A maid calls during dinner and you shut down the room." Matteo turned his head slowly. "She doesn't panic." The laugh disappeared. On the phone, Evelyn drew in a shaky breath. "The East cameras are dead." The library door was open. Matteo's grip tightened around the phone. That library had been locked since his mother died 12 years ago. Nobody entered it. Not family, not staff, not even him. "Where are you?" "Inside." "With who?" Another scrape. A man's voice, distant but clear, moved through the line. "Put the phone down." Matteo's eyes went flat. He took one step away from the table. Vittoria rose beside him. "Matteo, my father flew in from Newark to settle the port agreement. You walk out now. The deal is finished, then it's finished." Carlos set down his knife. "You would insult my family over an employee?" Matteo looked at him. "I would burn every agreement in this room before I ignored the call." He ended the connection and reached for his jacket. Rocco stood this time. "Think carefully. The debt comes due Friday. Without De Luca money, half the Bellandi docks freeze by morning." There it was, the secret nobody outside the family was supposed to know. Matteo paused, but only for a second. His father's debt had shaped every choice he had made for 6 years, including the woman he was expected to marry. He had carried it like a chain beneath his suit. Tonight, Evelyn's voice cut through it. "Call the cars." He told his driver. "Boss," Rocco warned, "if this is nothing." Matteo stepped close enough for the older man to see the ink disappearing beneath his collar. "Then you can tell me I was wrong." His voice dropped. "But if someone touched her, you should start praying they don't belong to this family." 15 minutes later, rain hammered the windshield of the black SUV as it crossed the Schuylkill River. Matteo stared at Evelyn's name on his dark phone screen. She had worked in his house for 6 years. She had cared for his dying mother, protected every family secret, and never once asked him for anything. Tonight, she had asked him to come home. When the east gate appeared through the rain, it was already open. No guard stood beneath the stone arch. No lights moved in the security booth. Matteo reached for the door before the SUV had fully stopped. Then his head of security called from the front seat. "Boss, you need to hear this." Matteo looked up. The gate wasn't forced. The man swallowed. It was opened with a Bellandi family code. The SUV stopped hard beneath the stone arch, and Matteo was out before the driver could reach for his door. Rain darkened his black shirt and traced the charcoal tattoo along the left side of his neck. His tattooed fingers curled once at his side as he stared at the empty security booth. The gate stood wide open, moving slightly in the wind. "Lock the road behind us," he said. "Nobody enters. Nobody leaves." His head of security, Anthony Moretti, stepped out beside him. The code came from inside the family list. "Whose code?" Anthony hesitated. "It was registered to your mother." Matteo looked at him. "My mother has been dead for 12 years. "I know." The words sat between them like cold metal. Matteo crossed the courtyard without waiting for the others. The Bellandi house rose out of the rain. All pale stone, black windows, and old money. Evelyn usually kept a lamp burning in the front hall. Tonight, the entire first floor was lit. Classical music drifted through the open doorway, soft and elegant, as if someone had prepared the house for guests. Matteo stopped on the threshold, lemon polish, wet wool, burned coffee. Beneath it all, something sharp and faintly metallic. Evelyn? No answer. Anthony reached for the light switch. Matteo caught his wrist. Do not touch anything. The ink across Matteo's knuckles stood out against Anthony's pale cuff. He released him and moved deeper into the house. A silver serving tray lay upside down near the staircase. One crystal glass had rolled beneath a chair without breaking. Evelyn would never leave it there. She noticed everything. A crooked picture frame, a loose stair rail, a guest who lied about taking sugar in his coffee. Matteo saw her phone near the bottom step. The screen was cracked, but still glowing. He picked it up. There was a thin streak of blood along the edge of the case. Boss, Anthony said quietly, we should clear the house first. Matteo looked toward the dark hallway leading to the library. She called me from inside. That could have been the point. Matteo knew what he meant. Evelyn could have been forced to make the call. The house could be bait. Every lesson his father had taught him said to step back, send men ahead, and protect the head of the family. But his father had also taught him that loyalty had limits. Evelyn had spent 6 years proving otherwise. Clear the West Wing. Matteo ordered. I am taking the library. Alone? Matteo slid Evelyn's phone into his coat pocket. That was not a question. He moved down the hall. The family portraits watched him pass. Generations of Bellandi men in dark suits, all of them wearing the same hard expression. Halfway to the library, he noticed a small brass key on the carpet. Evelyn kept it on a chain beneath her uniform. It opened the cabinet where his mother's medication had once been stored. Matteo picked it up and closed his hand around it. From behind the library wall came a soft sound. 3 knocks, a pause, then 2 more. Matteo stopped breathing. His mother had used that signal during her final months. When pain made speaking impossible, Evelyn was the only other person who knew it. He crossed the final 10 feet and pushed open the library door. Dust floated beneath the yellow lamps. One chair had been knocked over. The shelves looked untouched, but the portrait above the fireplace hung slightly crooked. Matteo pressed the hidden latch behind its frame. The narrow panel opened less than an inch before meeting resistance. Evelyn, he said, it is me. Something shifted on the other side. The door opened slowly. Evelyn stood behind it, one shoulder braced against the wood. Her dark hair had come loose around her face, and her slim black dress was torn at one sleeve. A bruise was already forming around her wrist. Still, her green eyes were steady. She did not fall into him. She stepped aside. On the floor behind her lay Franklin Vale, the family's former attorney, pale and barely conscious. A leather ledger rested beneath Evelyn's hand. Matteo looked from the book to her bruised wrist. Who did that? That is not the important part. It is to me. For 1 second, something unguarded moved across her face. Then Franklin opened his eyes. His voice was weak, but the name came through clearly. Rocco. Evelyn looked at Matteo. Your uncle knows about the ledger. Franklin's hand closed around Matteo's sleeve. The debt is not your father's. He struggled for breath. It belongs to Rocco. Matteo lowered himself beside Franklin. The leather ledger still trapped beneath Evelyn's hand. Say it again. Franklin's lips were dry. His eyes moved toward the hidden doorway as if he expected someone to appear there. The debt belongs to Rocco. Evelyn knelt on the other side of him. Her slim figure tensed beneath the torn black dress. A strand of dark hair clung to her cheek. She pushed it back with shaking fingers, trying to hide how much the movement hurt her bruised wrist. He needs a doctor, she said. Matteo did not look away from Franklin. Anthony is bringing one. No hospital, Franklin whispered. Too many people on Rocco's payroll. Matteo's tattooed hand tightened around the edge of the ledger. The ink across his knuckles darkened as his fingers flexed. What debt? Franklin swallowed with effort. 15 years ago. A private loan. Rocco used your father's companies as cover. When the deal failed, he moved the loss onto the Bellandi books. Matteo felt the room narrow around him. The family debt had shaped every major decision he had made since taking control. It had cost him territory, loyalty, and the marriage agreement waiting at the Astoria. My father signed those papers. No, Franklin said. He signed what Rocco put in front of him. He never saw the original terms. Evelyn looked down at the ledger. There are names in here. Transfers, dates. My father's name is on 6 pages. Matteo finally looked at her. Daniel Hart. She gave a small nod. Her eyes stayed steady. But pain moved beneath them. He was blamed for missing money. Everyone said he stole from your family. Matteo remembered the name. A bookkeeper dismissed in disgrace. A man no one spoke about after his death. He had been 24 then, too busy proving he could inherit the family to question the story he was given. He did not steal it, Evelyn said. Rocco moved the money through his accounts. The silence that followed felt heavier than the walls. Matteo looked at the woman who had served his family for 6 years, cared for his mother, and walked through his house carrying the weight of a lie his own blood had created. Why did you never tell me? He asked. Evelyn gave him a tired, almost bitter smile. Tell you what, that I worked for the family that destroyed my father because I needed the money to pay the debt. They left in his name. Her voice stayed low. Would you have believed me without that book? Matteo had no answer. Somewhere beyond the hidden room, floorboards creaked. Anthony's voice sounded from the library. Boss, we found the east hallway door open. There are tracks leading toward the service entrance. Matteo stood, every trace of softness leaving his face, locked down the grounds. Anthony appeared in the doorway and saw Franklin. Doctor is 5 minutes out. Make it 3. Matteo turned back to Evelyn. She tried to rise, but her knees gave slightly. He caught her elbow before she hit the wall. She stiffened at the contact. I can stand. I know. His grip loosened, but he did not let go until she was steady. His eyes dropped to the dark mark around her wrist. Who touched you? Evelyn looked toward the library. A man wearing one of your security pins. He wanted the ledger. I locked Franklin in here and tried to block the door. Matteo's jaw tightened. Did you see his face? No. But he knew where your mother kept the old keys. That meant family, or someone close enough to move like family. Franklin stirred on the floor. The final page, he whispered. Evelyn turned. What about it? Franklin's eyes found Matteo. It was torn out years ago. That page has the approval signature. Matteo felt cold settle beneath his ribs. Whose signature? Franklin closed his eyes. Your father's. Matteo stared at Franklin as if the old man had just changed the shape of the room. My father approved it. Franklin opened his eyes again, but exhaustion pulled at his face. That is what Rocco wants you to believe. Evelyn looked between them. Then where is the page? Franklin shifted weakly against the wall. Lucia hit it. Matteo went still. His mother's name carried more weight in that house than any gun or signature ever had. Evelyn slowly turned toward the old portrait above the fireplace. Your mother knew. Franklin gave a faint nod. She knew enough to be afraid. Anthony appeared in the doorway with the doctor, but Matteo raised one tattooed hand. Give us 30 seconds. The doctor stopped. No one argued with Matteo when his voice dropped at low. Evelyn rose carefully, one hand braced against the bookcase. Matteo watched the effort it took for her to stay steady. You should sit down, he said. I have been sitting on the truth for 6 years. Her voice was quiet, but it cut straight through him. Matteo looked away first. Franklin reached for the ledger. Rocco built the debt in layers. Shell companies, false transfers, borrowed names. Daniel Hart found the pattern. That is why they blamed him. Evelyn's face changed at the sound of her father's name. Not anger, something worse. Recognition. He told me there was a mistake in the family books. She said, I thought he was trying to make me feel better. Franklin closed his eyes. He was trying to keep you alive. The doctor moved forward then, checking Franklin's pulse while Anthony called for a stretcher. Matteo stepped back, but Evelyn did not move. Her fingers rested on the leather ledger as though it were the last solid thing in the room. "How much?" she asked. Matteo knew what she meant. "How much debt did they put in your father's name?" He opened the ledger and scanned the columns. The numbers were old, but the damage was not. $280,000. Evelyn let out one breath. "I have paid $93,000. Matteo looked up sharply. "You paid it every month. With what money?" She gave him a tired look. "The salary you thought was too generous for a maid." The shame hit him fast and hard. He had wondered why she still lived in a small apartment near South Street. He had assumed she was careful, private, maybe proud. He had never asked. "Evelyn," he said, but she shook her head. "Do not apologize yet. You still do not know what your family did." Matteo closed the ledger. "Then help me find out." Her eyes met his. "Why should I?" The question was fair. That made it worse. He stepped closer, stopping before the space between them became pressure. Rain tapped against the library windows. The house smelled of dust, old paper, and cold coffee. "Because someone came into my home using my mother's code," he said. "Because my uncle is pushing me into a marriage that pays off a debt he created. Because your father was buried under my family name." His jaw tightened. "And because I should have seen what was happening to you." Evelyn looked at the tattooed hand holding the ledger, then at the ink climbing the left side of his neck. "Seeing is not the same as fixing." "I know." His answer came without defense. That surprised her. Anthony returned. "The doctor says Franklin needs to be moved now." Matteo nodded. "Take him to the private house in Chestnut Hill. Only people I name get near him." "And Miss Hart?" Anthony asked. Matteo turned to Evelyn. "She stays with me." Her expression hardened. "I am not being locked in a safe room." "You are not property." "Then stop giving orders like I am." Matteo held her gaze. "Stay alive. That is the only order." Before she could answer, Anthony's phone rang. He listened for 5 seconds, then looked at Matteo. "Boss, Rocco is on his way here." Matteo glanced at the open ledger. "How long?" 10 minutes. Evelyn picked up the book. "Then we have less than 10 minutes to decide what he is allowed to see." Matteo took the ledger from Evelyn and crossed to the cold fireplace. He did not open it again. He simply held it in one tattooed hand while the rain struck the windows harder. "Rocco cannot know Franklin is alive," he said. Evelyn folded her arms. "And he cannot know I read the book. He already suspects. Then we make him think he is wrong." Matteo looked at her, even with her hair loose, her wrists bruised, and exhaustion pulling at her face. She stood straight, beautiful, composed, and far more dangerous than anyone in that house understood. "What do you suggest?" he asked. Evelyn glanced toward the overturned chair. "We put the room back together. We hide the ledger somewhere he would never search." "Where?" "In plain sight." She took the book, slid it beneath a stack of household expense records, and carried the pile into the adjoining office. Matteo followed. "You are trusting a great deal to paper and a locked drawer." "No," she said. "I am trusting Rocco's arrogance. He sees me as furniture. Men like that never check what the furniture knows." Matteo almost smiled. Almost. A car door slammed outside. Anthony stepped into the hall. 3 vehicles. Rocco brought Carlo De Luca and 2 of his men. Matteo's expression hardened. "Of course he did." Evelyn turned. "Why bring De Luca?" "To remind me what walking away from the marriage costs." She looked at him for a moment. "And what does it cost?" "Half the docks to warehouses. Enough jobs to hurt people who never made this debt." Then he knows exactly where to press. The front doors opened before Matteo could answer. Rocco's voice rolled through the foyer, warm and offended. "Matteo, I heard there was trouble." Matteo stepped into the library doorway, placing himself between Evelyn and the hall. The tattoo along his neck showed above his open collar. His hands hung loose at his sides, dark ink visible across his fingers. You heard quickly. Rocco entered with Carlo behind him. He wore a navy overcoat and the concerned expression of a man who had practiced it in the car. His eyes moved over the room, the crooked portrait, the faint mark on the carpet, then Evelyn. They stopped on her wrist. "Miss Hart," he said. "Rough evening." Evelyn held his gaze. "I have had worse." Carlo looked around. "Where is Franklin Vale?" Nobody moved. Rocco turned his head toward him too fast. Matteo noticed. "So did Evelyn. Why would Franklin be here?" Matteo asked. Carlo adjusted his cuff. Rocco said the old man had been asking questions about family accounts. Silence settled over the room. Matteo looked at his uncle. "You discuss family accounts with DeLuca." Rocco gave a small shrug. "We are about to become one family now," Matteo said. "We are discussing becoming one family." Carlo's mouth tightened. "The difference disappears Friday, once the debt is settled." Evelyn stepped out from behind Matteo. "Which debt?" Rocco's eyes sharpened. Carlo looked at her as if the help had spoken during grace. "This is not your concern. It became my concern when someone entered this house with a Bellandi code." Rocco smiled without warmth. "Careful, Evelyn. Loyalty can be mistaken for ambition." Matteo moved half a step in front of her. Not enough to silence her, enough to make the message clear. "Speak to her with respect." Carlo stared at him. "You left my daughter at dinner for this woman." "I left because my home was compromised." Rocco gestured toward the library. "Then let us search it together." Matteo's eyes stayed on him. "No. If there is nothing to hide, why refuse?" Evelyn answered before Matteo could. "Because this was Lucia Bellandi's room." Rocco's face changed for less than a second. Fear. Small, clean, unmistakable. Matteo saw it. Evelyn saw him see it. Then Rocco recovered and smiled. "Lucia is gone." Matteo's voice dropped. "Her rules are not." Carlo stepped closer. "We are wasting time. The debt agreement needs your signature tonight." Matteo looked at the papers under Carlo's arm, then at Evelyn. She gave the slightest shake of her head. "Not tonight." Matteo said. Rocco's calm finally cracked. "You would risk the family over a maid and an old room." Matteo's tattooed hand settled on the back of a chair. "I am beginning to think the family was already at risk." Outside, another engine approached the house. Anthony touched the receiver in his ear. "Listen," then faced Matteo. "Boss, the doctor's vehicle never reached Chestnut Hill." Evelyn went pale. "Franklin?" Anthony's jaw tightened. "The car is missing." Rocco lowered his eyes, hiding something close to satisfaction. Matteo saw the flicker in Rocco's face and understood that the missing car was not a surprise to him. The room went quiet enough to hear rain tapping against the tall windows. "Anthony," Matteo said, "seal the property." Carlo gave a sharp laugh. "You cannot hold us here." Matteo turned toward him, the tattoo along his neck dark against the open collar of his black shirt. "I can hold dinner." "This is not dinner. It is now." He looked at Evelyn. "Have the kitchen set the table." Rocco stared at him. "Franklin is missing, and you want to eat." Matteo's tattooed fingers rested against the back of the chair. "I want everyone where I can see them." Evelyn understood before anyone else did. She left the room without rushing, carrying herself with a calm grace that made people forget how carefully she watched them. 10 minutes later, the long dining table was lit by low candles. Roast beef, potatoes, and untouched red wine filled the room with warmth that did not reach anyone sitting there. Matteo took the head chair. Carlo sat to his right. Rocco sat across from Evelyn, who had chosen the seat nearest the service door. Anthony stood near the wall. "Nobody touched the food. You are making a mistake." Rocco said, "You left an alliance meeting, insulted the DeLucas, and locked your own family inside because a servant found an old man in a locked room." Evelyn lifted her water glass. "You seem very interested in what the servant found." Rocco smiled. "You always were too confident for your position." Matteo's hand came down flat against the table. The sound was not loud, but every eye moved to him. "Her position is not yours to define." Carlo leaned back. This is exactly the weakness I warned Vittoria about. Respect, Matteo asked. That is weakness now. Carlo's mouth tightened. Attachment is weakness. Matteo looked toward Evelyn. A bruise circled her wrist, half hidden beneath the sleeve she had changed into. She caught him looking and lowered her hand beneath the table. He hated that she felt the need to hide it. Rocco reached for the wine. Let us stop pretending this is about respect. The woman has information she does not understand, and you are letting sentiment cloud your judgment. Evelyn placed her glass down. Then explain it to me. Rocco paused. Explain why Daniel Hart's name appears on transfers made after he lost access to the accounts. Carlo turned slowly toward him. You said she had not seen the ledger. Matteo watched both men. There it was, not proof, but pressure. Rocco recovered quickly. I assumed. No, Evelyn said. You knew. A server entered carrying coffee. Matteo saw Rocco glance at the tray, then at the cup placed in front of Evelyn. The movement lasted less than a second. It was enough. Matteo switched their cups. Evelyn noticed. Her eyes widened slightly. Matteo. He lifted the cup. You said the coffee was for her, Rocco said too quickly. Matteo held his gaze and took a slow drink. The coffee was bitter, stronger than usual. For several seconds, nothing happened. Then a heavy warmth moved through his chest, followed by a dull pressure behind his eyes. Evelyn stood. What did you do? Rocco did not answer. Matteo pushed back from the table, but the room shifted beneath him. Anthony moved forward. Carlo rose at the same time, protesting. I knew nothing about this. Matteo caught the edge of the table with one tattooed hand. His breathing slowed in a way that felt wrong. Evelyn was beside him before anyone else. She took his wrist, counted under her breath, then looked toward the kitchen. Bring the medical bag from Mrs. Bellandi's cabinet, now. Rocco stood. You are a maid, not a doctor. Evelyn looked up at him, her face pale but steady. I spent 2 years managing Lucia Bellandi's medication. I know what a slowed pulse feels like. Matteo tried to speak, but Evelyn leaned closer. Stay awake. You should leave, he said. Not happening. Evelyn, stop trying to protect me by making every choice alone. She kept her fingers against his wrist. You drank the cup for me. Matteo forced his eyes open. I would do it again. Her expression cracked for 1 second, revealing fear she had hidden all night. Then the intercom above the dining room door clicked on. Franklin's weak voice filled the room. Matteo, if you can hear me. Rocco took the missing page, every face turned toward the speaker. Anthony touched his earpiece. We found the doctor's car. Franklin is alive. Rocco stopped smiling. Evelyn looked at Matteo. Now we know why he came back. Anthony crossed the dining room in 3 steps and took Rocco's phone from the table. Before the older man could reach it, sit down, Matteo said. His voice was weak, but the command still carried. Evelyn kept one hand around his wrist while the other pressed against his shoulder, holding him steady in the chair. The warmth beneath her palm frightened her more than she let show. Matteo's tattooed fingers closed over the edge of the table. Where is Franklin? Anthony touched his earpiece. 2 miles east, near the old rail yard. The doctor managed to reach the emergency line from the car. Bring them both here. Rocco gave a quiet, bitter laugh. You are barely conscious, and you are still giving orders. Matteo raised his eyes. You should be more worried about what happens when I am fully awake. Carlo De Luca pushed his chair back. I want no part of this family dispute. Evelyn looked at him. You already have a part. Your name is connected to the debt. You are making accusations you cannot prove. Then stay and hear the proof. Carlo stared at her as if he had only just realized she was not afraid of him. Matteo noticed it too. Even pale with exhaustion, Evelyn looked composed. Her dark hair framed her face, and the clean lines of her black dress made her seem less like a member of the staff, and more like the only person in the room who understood what was happening. The medical bag arrived. Evelyn opened it and found the monitor Lucia Bellandi had once used. She attached it carefully, then looked at the numbers. Your pulse is stabilizing. Matteo washed her hands. You remembered where my mother kept everything. I remember what matters. The words slipped out before she could soften them. Something quiet passed between them. Rocco saw it and leaned forward. This is why men like you lose families, Matteo. You start choosing feelings over blood. Matteo did not look away from Evelyn. Blood is not the same as loyalty. The side door opened. Anthony's men brought Franklin in on a stretcher, conscious but pale. The doctor followed, angry and soaked from the rain. Someone redirected the car. He said. The driver received a message using an approved Bellandi number. Anthony placed Rocco's phone on the table. That number. The doctor looked at the screen and nodded. Carlo stepped away from Rocco. You told me Franklin was dead. The room changed. Rocco's face remained calm, but the silence around him hardened. Franklin lifted one trembling hand. The missing page is not with him. Matteo's eyes narrowed. You said he took it. He tried. Franklin looked toward the old clock standing against the dining room wall. Lucia moved it years ago. Evelyn followed his gaze. She had dusted the clock every Thursday for 6 years. She knew the back panel never sat flush, but she had assumed the wood had warped with age. She stood. Matteo caught her wrist gently. His tattooed hand looked almost black against her skin. Do not go alone. I am walking 15 feet. Tonight, that is far enough. He rose despite the doctor's protest and moved beside her. Together they crossed the room. Evelyn opened the panel behind the clock and found a narrow envelope taped beneath the mechanism. Her name was written across the front in Lucia's handwriting. Evelyn stopped breathing. Matteo saw it. She left it for you. Her fingers shook as she opened the envelope. Inside was the missing ledger page and a folded letter. She read the first line silently, then closed her eyes. What does it say? Matteo asked. Evelyn looked at him, grief and anger fighting in her face. Your mother signed the approval. Rocco smiled. There is your truth. Evelyn unfolded the rest of the letter. No, she said. There is more. She read aloud. Lucia had signed because Rocco threatened to start a war that would put 24-year-old Matteo directly in the line of fire. She had saved her son by allowing Daniel Hart to take the blame. Matteo looked at the page as though it had struck him. She saved me by destroying your father. Evelyn's voice broke. Yes. He removed the Bellandi ring from his finger and placed it beside the ledger. Then you decide what happens next. Rocco stood. You cannot be serious. Matteo did not look at him. She can take this to the authorities. She can give it to every family in the city. She can end us. Evelyn stared at the ring, then at the man standing beside her. And you will not stop me? Matteo's answer came quietly. No. 3 nights later, the ballroom at the Astoria was full again. But this time nobody was eating. Rain streaked the tall windows, and the city lights below looked blurred and distant. Matteo stood near the stage in a charcoal suit, his black shirt open at the collar, the tattoo along the left side of his neck visible beneath the soft gold light. Dark ink covered his hands and disappeared beneath his cuffs. He looked steady, but Evelyn knew the medication still left him tired. He had ignored the doctor and come anyway. Carlo De Luca stood with his attorneys near the front. Rocco was surrounded by men who no longer seemed certain where their loyalty belonged. Every major family in Philadelphia had sent someone. Evelyn waited behind the curtain, wearing a simple black dress that fit her slim figure without trying to impress anyone. The bruise around her wrist had faded to yellow. She could have covered it. She chose not to. Matteo came to stand beside her. You do not have to do this, he said. Yes, I do. They will try to humiliate you. They already did that to my father. He looked at her for a long moment. Then I stand with you. Evelyn shook her head. Not yet. Let them hear me first. That cost him something. She could see it in the way his tattooed hand closed at his side. But he nodded. The room quieted when Evelyn walked onto the stage. At first, several guests looked past her, waiting for Matteo. Rocco smiled from the front row. The maid is giving the speech now. A few nervous laughs moved through the room. Evelyn placed the ledger on the podium. My name is Evelyn Hart. My father was Daniel Hart, the man the Bellandi family accused of stealing $280,000. The laughter stopped. She opened the book. Her voice remained calm as she read dates, company names, and transfers. She explained how Rocco had moved his private debt through Bellandi accounts, then buried it under her father's name. Carlo interrupted. Those records are old and incomplete. Evelyn looked directly at him. Your signature appears on 4 of them. Carlo's face tightened. That proves nothing. Matteo lifted one tattooed hand. The screens behind Evelyn came alive. Rocco's voice from the dinner filled the ballroom, clear and unmistakable. He spoke about the debt. He spoke about the ledger. He spoke about Evelyn knowing too much. Nobody moved until the recording ended. Rocco stood. This is family business. No, Evelyn said. This is what happens when powerful men decide someone else's name is cheaper than their own. Rocco turned toward Matteo. You would destroy your blood for a servant. Matteo crossed the room slowly. People stepped aside before he reached them. He stopped beside Evelyn, close enough that she could feel the heat of him. But he did not touch her. She is not the maid, he said. Rocco gave a bitter laugh. Then what is she? Matteo looked at Evelyn before answering. The witness, the creditor, and the only person in this room who was given the truth and did not sell it. Silence pressed against the walls. Evelyn closed the ledger. The debt in my father's name is erased. His property is returned. Rocco loses every position connected to Bellandi business. The DeLuca marriage agreement ends tonight. Carlo stepped forward. You do not have the authority. Matteo removed the unsigned contract from inside his jacket and tore it once down the middle. She does now. Evelyn looked at him. He had just given up the alliance, the docks, and the easiest path to protecting his family. Rocco's face hardened. One day, he will blame you for what this costs. Evelyn felt the warning settle inside her before she could answer. Matteo faced the room. The cost belongs to the people who created the lie. Then he looked at her, his voice quieter, not the woman who exposed it. For the first time that night, Evelyn allowed herself to breathe. 6 weeks later, the Bellandi house was quieter, but it no longer felt empty. The East Gate had a new security code. The library doors stayed open during the day, and Daniel Hart's name had been cleared in every record that mattered. Rocco was gone from the family council. The DeLuca agreement had collapsed. The shipping contracts disappeared with it, along with several men who had only been loyal while the money was easy. Matteo paid the price without complaint. He sold one of the family's properties, closed the least honest part of the business, and used the money to repay families who had been blamed for decisions they never made. Some called it weakness, others called it surrender. Matteo called it overdue. Evelyn stood in the library with a small suitcase beside her. She wore a dark green dress beneath a simple wool coat. Her slim figure reflected in the tall windows. The bruise on her wrist was gone, but she still remembered the pressure of Matteo's hand around it when he had stopped her from walking into danger alone. On the desk sat the Bellandi ledger, now closed, and a framed photograph of her father that Matteo had recovered from an old storage unit. The driver is waiting, Matteo said from the doorway. He wore a black suit with no tie. The charcoal tattoo along the left side of his neck showed above his collar, and the ink across his hands looked almost blue in the morning light. Evelyn glanced at the suitcase. I can call a cab. I know. Then why is there a car outside? Because it is raining. She looked toward the window. It is barely raining. Matteo stepped into the room. Philadelphia disagrees. A small smile touched her mouth, then faded. You do not have to make leaving easier. I am not. He placed a key and a folder on the desk. Evelyn looked down. What is this? The key opens the library, the financial office, and the front door. Matteo. The folder is a contract. Her expression cooled. I am not coming back as your maid. I would never ask you to. She opened the folder. The position was not household staff. It gave her control of the new Bellandi restitution fund, an authority over every legitimate family account. Her name appeared beside his, not beneath it. You are offering me power. She said, I am returning what my family took from yours. That is not the same thing, no. Matteo placed both tattooed hands on the desk, leaving space between them. It is not. Evelyn studied him. 6 weeks earlier, he would have made the decision and told her afterward. Now he was standing in front of her without guards, threats, or conditions, waiting for an answer he could not control. What happens when I disagree with you? She asked. You tell me. And when I tell you no, I listen. You are not very good at that. I am learning. The room went still. Evelyn closed the folder without signing it. Rocco said you would blame me for what this cost. Matteo looked toward his mother's portrait for a while. I blamed everyone except the people who deserved it. His voice was quiet. Power makes that easy. It lets a man call fear responsibility and control protection. He looked back at her. You did not save me from Rocco. You made me see how much of him I had accepted in myself. Evelyn felt the words settle somewhere deeper than an apology. And if I leave, then the fund remains yours. Your father's name stays clear. No one follows you. You would let me walk away. Protection is not a cage. The answer came without hesitation. Evelyn looked at the key, then at the suitcase. Slowly, she picked up the key and left the unsigned contract on the desk. Matteo's face revealed nothing, but his shoulders eased. Do not look so relieved, she said. I have not agreed to work for you. With me, he corrected. Evelyn met his eyes. That depends on dinner. Dinner, 8 o'clock. No family council, no contracts, no men standing by the door. Matteo nodded. What should I bring? She lifted her suitcase and walked past him. At the doorway, she stopped. An honest answer when I ask a difficult question. That could be expensive. Evelyn looked back at the man who once believed honor meant protecting a family name at any cost. Then pay it. That evening, they sat across from each other at the same long table where betrayal had finally spoken aloud. Most of the chairs had been removed. There was no ledger between them, no alliance waiting to be signed, and no one listening from the hallway. Matteo had spent his life believing power meant deciding who stayed, who left, and who paid. Evelyn taught him that real power was choosing the truth when a lie would be easier, offering protection without demanding ownership, and letting another person hold the door open or walk through it freely. She had entered the Bellandi house as a woman carrying someone else's debt. She remained because the most dangerous man in the city had finally learned that love without choice was only another form of control. Matteo did not rescue her. He gave her back what had been stolen. Evelyn did something harder. She made him become a man worthy of standing beside her.